Hi, so we're in one of our 3 HMOs we've recently bought here. I'm joined with Lucy from Vantage Finance today. We're talking about financing the HMOs, about refurbishment finance, development finance, and what to use and when. Now, one thing I wanted to cover in this particular video is adding extra rooms. And in this particular property, we've got the benefit of adding a 7th room, which would take this property into a Sui Generis use class, away from a C4 small HMO use class. So anything up to 6 bedrooms can be C4, anything over that is Sui Generis. That will take different lending, different options, and I'm kind of joined again by Lucy, so I want to discuss the intricacies of finance and how that might work. What happens if I've gone and got this 6-bed and I've developed it and haven't got planning yet, which is we're going to put that in. Hopefully we'll get the 7th room, so it's not a guaranteed. How do I finance this now? Should I just go straight onto an HMO mortgage and refinance in 6 months onto something that would work? Talk to me about that 7th room and the use class intricacies with finance. How's that?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a timing thing really. So if you say to me, we're definitely going to do it and it's going to take us maybe 3 months to get that extra bedroom, I would probably say stay on your short-term finance that you use to do the refurbishment works,
okay,
and then we can lend off of the value with the 7th bedroom once you've got the planning.
Yeah.
Albeit it's a bit more expensive to hold that more expensive lending for another few months.
Yeah.
If you take a buy-to-let mortgage on a 6-bed scheme and then you jump to 7 beds, there's a good chance that you're going to have an early repayment penalty. There's not many lenders in the market in the buy-to-let space that don't have early repayment penalties.
Okay.
There are some, so it's possible, and we absolutely would explore that option first, because if you can do that, okay, you might pay 2 lots of setup fees. You'll have the arrangement fee to go in, and then you'll have to pay another one when you move it to a 7-bed product.
Okay.
But it's just really weighing up the timing, looking at the costs. If there are breakage costs on the first buy-to-let, it may be cheaper to stay on the short-term finance.
Mm-hmm.
Really, although there's been quite a big move for buy-to-let lenders into the more specialist space, which is the HMO space, it didn't used to be something that was considered a normal lending product.
Okay.
But now, although we still call it the specialist market, a lot of standard buy-to-let lenders are doing it. So there are more options now for HMO funding.
Yeah.
And you can get a reasonably good product for a small HMO, which is 6 beds and under. So I think when you jump up that extra bedroom, you move more into the more specialist
more
space.
Commercial,
more
specialist,
commercial lenders.
yeah.
Exactly. And there's a lot of banks out there, challenger banks, that have great HMO products. They understand it, they understand the planning, they understand the valuations, and okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but it does allow you to borrow what you need to borrow against the right value.
Okay. Are there any lenders out there that, you go to one of those bigger lenders, say we're looking to get the 7th room, but can we finance on the 6 now, add the 7 later with a revaluation? Does that work? So we'd have to just change lenders, possibly save fees?
Most of the time you have to change lenders because there is usually a cap. I mean, some of them will do 7 bedrooms, but I would say probably 80% of the market in that particular buy-to-let arena, they are 6-bed and under, because they're not specialist lenders per se, they're playing at the specialist space as HMO has become a little bit more standard, with buy-to-let landlords chasing the yields. Obviously the buy-to-let market on the standard form has had its challenges over the last few years. So I think lenders have realised that they have to expand and diversify to pick up some of that HMO business.
Yeah.
But when you get into the more complex, larger HMO, they just don't have the skill set and the underwriting skill set to look at it. Therefore, the 6-bed is their cut-off.
Right, okay.
Not always, but
interesting challenges.
most of the time.
Okay. If you'd like any HMO quotes for finance, if you'd like any bridge loans, land and development loans, if you'd like to chat through your site and see if Lucy can help you, click the link in the surrounding this video, and you'll be able to log on there, fill your details in, you'll be able to arrange a call with Lucy or one of her team to be able to guide you through your own site. Make sure you also click the bell icon, get notified and subscribe to the channel. I would like to give you loads more great educational content, and hope to see you on the next video.